Welcome to America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hoosiers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Michigan Wolverines offense takes the field for the first time today. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
He'll toss it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Second down coming up. Fast motion from the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Orji. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Here's the handoff. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The completion well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense has its first opportunity. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw, it's Cherry. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Completion a little short of the sticks, it's second down. They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's Klein. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. This guy fits the bill, big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
He'll work his way down to the 28. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Wants to throw. It's Cherry. Fires to the tight end. And the Hoosiers get enough for the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Finds his man, it's Becker. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Pocket starts to collapse. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Power football with the run. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
On second down, he'll fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Loveland. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. It's caught downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Hoosiers getting set on first and 10. He's going to pass. Throwing right. He gave him time to react, and he almost pulled off the interception. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to the air one more time. Makes a connection. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. It's first down from the 11. He wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Indiana!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the field because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback in.
And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Back to pass, it's Orji. Getting some heat. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, looking to pass. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender... on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Davis looking to pass. He slings it deep to the left. Got his man. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Morgan. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Deep shot for the end zone. He caught it. They'll immediately call timeout.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
On the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Michigan, number 28, with the carry.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, But today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Now after the short completion, it's second down. To the air, it's Cherry. He's got his man. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, you keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more.
Lofts one high and deep. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Bloomington. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Fires to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
It's complete. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
He lofts one down the sideline. Touchdown, Indiana! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Going up top on 1st down. And that pass picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. 1st down for this offense. To the air, it's Cherry. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looking for a crease. It's Black. Pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
Big-time rivalry game in football heaven today, gentlemen. Texas A&M and Texas, and here is the very latest. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Davis will throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
He's going to take off. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wolverines are on the move. Trying to find his man on first down. They're setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little extra time. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Coming after him. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Priestcorn. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Davis looking to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverine! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Back to pass, it's Cherry. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. They're going to throw it again. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Sweet feet on the move. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He would not be denied.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to UTEP. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, he's got a chance. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
At the 21, giving up for a first down.
Davis will throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The option look. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead.
Touchdown, Michigan! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
To kick this one away.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Indiana has the ball back and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are.
Got a lot of running room, and they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Hoosiers are in the hurry-up.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Offense lining up quickly.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Scanning the field, it's Cherry. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Indiana! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passing. Using the scaffold, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quarterback will audible. He's looking for an open man on second down. The quick out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw on third. Using the quick game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's...
Touchdown, Wolverines! Reeled it in and just made the house call. They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say...
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
Number 5.
What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Michigan 63, Indiana 38.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their play.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
They're trying to get to it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also
couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.